In the enchanting embrace of Kenya's Kerio Valley, there exists a tale of indomitable heroes conquering insurmountable odds as they tirelessly pave the way to sustainable peace. In a land where echoes of conflict have long held sway, these remarkable individuals have emerged as champions of peace, undeterred by adversity. The pursuit of sustainable peace against all odds is a testament to the indomitable human spirit.
I am Lawrence Mutual, Chief Officer, Peace, Conflict Resolution and Disaster Management, Elgeyo Marakwet County. And before that, I was a high school principal, and these peace initiatives has been there for long, and we've had a long story of conflict in our region. Elgeyo Marakwet and the West has been in conflict for a long time. But there was a time that there was peace during the reign of Mzee Kibaki. And then a member of parliament was Lina Javik Limo, who did a good job in restoring peace and order. And this conflict has really seen so many people dead in our community and this other community of the West. We have several widows, several orphans all over. Personally, I witnessed the birth of this thing because I was born in this region. I grew up and I am living this. I think almost the only professional living within the people. So I stay in Chesongoch, and I've been witnessing all this. We invited so many people. Was his students when I was in Todd. It was very bad. But I began initiate peace initiatives by coming to Kolo, coming to Tiatich, and taking students to that. And the reason was to bring these communities into one cohesion, and maybe to have the bandits not kill people. But for sometimes it helped us, but still the bandits were still on our people and killed so many people.
The journey towards peace is a winding path marked by challenges and sacrifices. In a region that has borne witness to strife and discord, these brave individuals have emerged as champions of peace despite facing monumental challenges.
I am Honorable Lina Jabi Kilimo, a former member of parliament for the Marakwet East constituency. And today it's good to meet you at my county headquarters, E10. Yes, so getting into politics. My getting into politics was based on the book of Nehemiah in the Bible, because I'm a Christian. And so in the book of Nehemiah, you hear that Nehemiah was serving the king of Babylon, of Assyria, I think, or Babylon. Then he heard that the walls of Jerusalem are destroyed. So, you read the Bible and you put it to where you are. Then I said, yeah, but my walls are also like for Nehemiah. I am married in Kaben location of Kerio Valley, Marakwet East constituency. And that time we lived in Nakuru. I was working for KCB. But every time you hear somebody has been killed, every time you hear so-and-so has died. So then you go home, you find that at the nights when we visit home, the nights we cannot sleep in the houses, we have to go up the hill to sleep in the escarpment and come tomorrow morning because it was insecure, you could be attacked. And it really disturbed me and said, this is the place I am married. And Nehemiah was saying Jerusalem was destroyed, and my Jerusalem is my home in Kerio Valley. So it really disturbed me quite a lot until some Christian friends of mine really told me, then you better just do what you think could be necessary for you so that I have peace. And I said, I want to go to politics so that I can talk about the peace or the insecurity perpetuated by each other, by the two communities. And so I said, I want to go to politics so that I can air my voice of the challenges of insecurity.
I am Ruth Nelima Tolometi from Interpeace. Interpeace is a international peace-building program organization in Kenya. And we have come a journey with Love Embraced ministry from Parklands Baptist Church. And first, even before I talk about Love Embrace, we work in the region, specifically 5 counties in the region. And that is Laikipia, Samburu, Baringo, West Pokot, Turkana, and Elgeyo Marakwet. And in the region, we have been focusing on cessation of hostilities because you know that this is a conflict region, the Kenya's north. And we've been having several interventions. And even before we start, we usually do research in every county that we engage with. We first do research on fragilities and resilience factors. And on fragilities, we focus on the root causes of conflict. And on the resilience factors, we focus on issues to do with, in as much as we've been having conflict, what are these factors that are, bringing us together? So those are some of those are examples of resilience factors that we focus on.
These heroes have chosen to be the guides, the menders, and the architects of unity.
I am Bishop Haron Kwambai, the Bishop of Outreach Revival Ministries. I chair the Interreligious Council of our county. This is a fellowship of ministers and the clergy from different denominations and religions. And we were able to establish this fellowship because by virtue that religious leaders carry a big role in the building of society and also in the establishment of the spiritual life of people. And people in the society, they are without their challenges that come, that has no respect of religion or even the race or even the tribe. And now as religious institutions, we've identified our great role, that when we come together, we are able to address the needs of humanity, because there are those who would want to, who are prescribed to my religion, and there are also those who prescribe to other religions, but they have the same challenges because they come from the same families, they come from the same localities, and the challenges that they face are actually the same. But when we come together and as we build and bring our energies together, we are able to identify the problems and also be able to identify the solutions. Remember, religious challenges also need religious solutions. And therefore, as the Interreligious Council, we have come up together, putting aside our differences in terms of our religions so that we can be able to address the needs of our people. Because when hunger comes, when banditry is there, it does not understand which religion that comes from. When the problems come, when the widows are there, the orphans are there, they know no religion at that time. So that's why, as in the Religious Council, we have come up together to be able to embrace actually our unity for the purposes of addressing the challenges that we have in society.
My name is Stanley Amadi. I'm the pastor in charge of Sokobora Baptist Church. I'm also the missionary founder of this church from Parklands Baptist Church. I am a married man. I have a wife and 4 children, sorry. I come from Vihiga County, so I don't come from this area. And I have been around for the last 21 years doing ministry here. And my coming here, it is God, because I never knew about the people of this region. It was until when we had a visit with the team from Parklands Baptist Church. That was in 1999 in February. And after visiting this area, I felt that God wanted to do more. And I felt that I was the right person to come and do the ministry in this region. I didn't know at that time, but I just felt in my heart that God was calling me to come into a full-time ministry and to serve as a missionary in this region. So when I came to this place was called Sokomjinga, and it is one of the areas that is known for bad things.
The rugged, untamed terrain of Kerio Valley may deter most, but our heroes journey through daunting obstacles to reach those in need.
God has given me a heart to share what I have. It is not that I have a lot, but the little I have, I share. I have worked at in the Netherlands for a long time, like 15 years. And I studied there too. But all the time I was thinking about my home. I get reports about people, this banditry, this cattle rustling. I hear and I hear. I try to also give awareness in Europe, but there are so many problems in Europe also, neighboring countries, they're having this and that. So, and I thought to myself, all this money I'm earning here, am I just going to eat here in my house and, like they say, drink champagne and have a good life? I don't drink champagne, but I'm just using an expression word. So I started coming to this community in 2005. I wanted to start a water project, but it didn't go so well. I think people were not ready for such a big impact. So they didn't understand. And I was living abroad and I was using people to tell about my story, why I want to help. Maybe they were thinking, huyu naye anakaa huko, anakuja kutuambia hii, So I used to come only like for 1 or 2 months here, and then I go back because I have to go back to job. So I left people to do things, but it didn't go well. So I didn't give up. So I started, sponsoring children, few children, paying school fees. I have also people now here who they were like this, now they are big. They have finished even, college. And I'm so happy for them that at least I could make a difference.
So fast forward now, then I am no longer the member of parliament, then insecurity comes in again. Of course, then leadership, they have tried their best, the government have also tried their best, but you can see it has reached a spiral place where I found it, where today you kill, they kill. And it's because when somebody is killed, they want to avenge the blood of their retaliation. And so you are retaliating not to the person who perpetuated, but somebody else, provided it came from that community. So I feel that there's so much that our community, that people could be now very traumatized. So having not been in parliament, and maybe before I come to that space, for these 10 years when I was MP, how we managed to have a lull and have peace, that time was, we interacted quite a lot with the members of parliament of both communities, and we opened our imaginary boundaries that if I had a function in my constituency and I was not able to come, my neighbor from the Pokot would come and represent me without saying he has come to my constituency. And we made it a habit that every year we must have a function in each other's constituency where we are having a forum, sharing a platform.
The journey towards peace has been fraught with adversity, but they have chosen to stand up, to heal, and to rebuild their communities.
I remember a very horrifying situation that even forced me to get out of teaching was when they killed a student I was teaching, my head boy, who was supposed to join Kenyatta University, and he was killed around Kapkopil. Actually, I went into serious trauma, and in fact, I cast code why I was met a teacher to teach somebody until he qualifies to go to university in a day school. I thought I cast code, but I have since sought forgiveness from God, because you don't blame God. And these things have been going day, and the situation was the beginning of this year. January, February, March, and one day when I was in Todd, I integrated these learners, and there was something I did that was very, very pronounced. I did charity work where I would organize the students, 1,544 students, to visit the whole villages to identify to heal those who were sick. And I remember coming to this region of Tiadich West. And that is the reason why I'm impressed here in Tiadich. I want to say I'm impressed in Tiadich West because I did very good when I was in Todd High School. So at the time, the students were coming from tour, and they were attacked by bandits, and we rescued them. And I want to say Todd became a school of peace.
Reconciliation is a complex process. Communities are deeply scarred by the violence. To mend these wounds requires time and immense effort. In the darkest hours of Kerio Valley's history, they have witnessed glimmers of hope. Families torn apart by conflict are slowly coming together, guided by the heroes among the community. Inter-community dialogues and reconciliation meetings are at the heart of the journey.
We have had community engagements with the community themselves because they're the ones that have been affected for so long. Apart from engaging the communities, we engage with the leaders. And in the leadership, we call them track 1 engagement. And here, they're the ones to provide solutions to the community. So the community tells us their challenges, then it's upon the leaders to come up with some of to action the resolutions that the communities have mapped. Then apart from that, we also facilitate the community to build local peace building infrastructures, because we believe that we cannot import peace. It is upon them to localize their own peace and carry it along and even sustain the peace itself. So we've had several infrastructures like the ceasefire monitoring committees. At the county level, we have the County Peace Actors Forum that is hosted under the Governor's Office and also the County Commissioner's Office. So they're the people who convene this platform. And this platform brings to all stakeholders, the development partners and even those partners that deals with on peace building issues.
Our unsung heroes are relentless in their efforts to foster understanding and solidarity.
So when we talked with these elders, they told me there is something called Kolowa Declaration, where, and it is within the community, that you kill somebody, people must pay for that, the death of that person. And so here is, we have our judicial system and we have the community way of seeing justice. So I'm glad and I'm grateful that those who were in the office of the president that time, I would tell them, I'm going home, but whatever we implement with the DC, please don't castigate them that they are not using what you learn at KIA, but we want to use what the community perceives to be justice, even as we follow the judicial system. So that if somebody kills somebody, you would pay for the death of that person, but still the government now must go after that culprit. But the people who have been affected feel their blood, their kin has been avenged, or they feel now, yes, somebody has told us, yeah, there was justice for them in their own eyes.
Continuous dialogues and healing sessions are integral to the process. These unsung heroes and heroines tirelessly facilitate these gatherings, fostering unity.
But when I was appointed recently to be the chief officer, I just came to actually try to go further, because I got the mandate to now engage, and I want to thank God I got a friend from this other side called Mosagino from the US, a sub-county administrator from Baringo County, who is very handy in these organizations. So we have had several meetings, peace committee, the elders, but all that was in vain. But when he came into board, we discussed, and I suggested that we must change the tack so that we reach the real combatants, and that's what I did. So when I went to the combatants, I remember our first meeting was in Tilingo, this other side of the Tiadich, some kilometers from here. Those 87 young men, the warriors, the bandits, the combatants, accepted that we have a discussion. So they tasked me to get the Marakwet side, so I did it. And even they kept their names, that we want this guy and this guy and this guy for us to have ceasefire. So they wrote their names, I went to the other side, I also talked to them, they agreed, and we went to Jeff Table for 4 days, and they agreed, ceasefire.
The heroes and heroines continue to rise above the challenges. Their dedication to fostering sustainable peace inspires us all. In Kerio Valley, these heroes rise above the insurmountable odds, their unbreakable resolve, a guiding light for us all. In Kerio Valley, they are the champions of unity and peace, their determination unwavering.
We are trying to change the mindset of our children, those who are orphaned, those who are not, and we are just helping them to depend on God and to become people that will be able to change the society around. So this ministry is strong in this church, and I thank God for my associate pastor He spends time with the children every Sunday in the morning from 8 to 10. He's the one who is in charge of our Sunday school. He teaches them, they sing together, we do sports together, we eat together. You know, we do anything that we can do with the children together. And we love that as a church.
In Kerio Valley, these unsung heroes are the architects of unity and the champions of peace. Their dedication inspires us to join, synergize, and support their incredible journey. This is a story of courage, resilience, and unbreakable spirit of those who dare to transform a valley scarred by strife.
Now, this community, from my own point of, my perspective, my own point, there is a lot of suffering. There is a silent suffering. You know, we as Marakwet, we are very proud. Even if you are hungry, you don't want to tell you are hungry. Unakasa, unachikaza, because you know maybe next you will go and get some muogo in your farm and you eat it. So to come out and speak about such a things as tunasikia njaa, sometimes it's very difficult. So I told them, okay, if you are hungry, come to my house. I'll give you rice when I have, I'll give you whatever. So when I say it like in the center, the next day, whoa, I have many people coming. They want to have, because they don't fear me. They will never tell to a stranger, but they don't fear me. They come and they tell me all their problems. And I sometimes even I cry. I say, wow, this is so much. It is so much that I cannot sometimes even comprehend, and I cannot take it. You know, you can have all money, but sometimes even money will get finished.
In the heart of Kerio Valley, as the sun sets on challenges, it rises on the promise of tomorrow, where these unsung heroes blaze a trail towards lasting peace.
Everything starts with the mind. And so with the mind means a lot of psychosocial support for people to say, to let go, for people to listen. Or, you know, like you be there and telling somebody, take a deep breath and let go. Instead of all the time, well, I'm coming for you, you know, shouting at somebody who is already traumatized. They will say, after all, I've lost so much. What is left for me to lose? Do what you want, or I can do what I want. So a lot of psychosocial support is really required. And as I told you, we taught Kolowa irrigation. When you tell your child, leave that razor blade, give them a sweet, something sweeter than what they are holding. So something sweeter than the gun that we are holding. Alternative livelihoods is what we require.
We need to hold their hands. We need to partner with them. This is the platform Love Embraced offers you.
And so now coming together and seeing it come together, you know, coming with I think by now we have over 59 stakeholders who have already committed to walk the long haul. And we are talking of a journey of the next 10 years. We are extremely privileged to be having this conversation. And of course, by the time we came, we were uncertain of the experiences that we will find, because there was a bit of execution this time. You know, we didn't need to validate that the widows are going through pain. And that is how we settled on the psychosocial support intervention, to try and see whether we can make an environment that will even enable empowerment conversations to find a footprint.